What's good, YouTube? It's your main man, ABD Hero, back again with another video, and we're gonna talk this Hornets Clippers game, and I'm gonna get straight into it. Cause to be honest, I was not even going to talk about it because I was so disappointed in the game. And then I was doing some research, and I'm gonna show you the key example of why this game was so terrible. Right here, right? You go to the NBA.com website, and they say the Clippers never trail in demolishing of visiting Clippers. They don't even want to talk about the Hornets. It looks so bad. The Clippers played the Clippers last night. The Hornets wasn't even in the building. The Clippers demolished the Clippers in LA. Somehow they visited themselves. Nobody even spell checked to see the Hornets last night. And it's frustrating on multiple levels. For one, we have seen time and time again that the Hornets as a team function better when one of their guys is running the offense. And I don't even mean just like taking all the points and scoring and doing all, but just running it, setting the pace, pushing the ball up the court, setting the defense, just let the quarterback in that thing. And we see now that there's this need of like, yo, let's get more people involved. We need to let Hayward bring it up sometimes. We need to let Bismack. Damn, Bismack scored the first like 2 of the first 3 baskets in this game off Gordon Hayward assist. Why is Gordon Hayward literally is walking the ball up the court and shooting? Walking the ball up the court, calling for a screen, and then going to the basket to run. What are we doing? That's not us. When you do that, you slow the pace down so much that Paul George looked like Indiana Paul George last night. It looked like he went back in time and was playoff P last night versus y'all. Boy, let's look at the box score. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it here. First off, we have my dog, and let me say this, because this was the other thing. So that was crazy. Now, on most nights, your boy Borrego don't know what to do with the rotation. He pulling Melo out, he ain't playing. And now on the night when my dog is throwing left-handed passes up and down the court, don't want to dribble with one hand, you don't want to pull him out of the game and get down by 25. Every other night, he on a hot streak and you got to get him out of here. Now he can play him with one hand and you keeping him in there so y'all can get blown out? I don't understand it, man. It was that was one of the most frustrating games that I have ever watched. And I promise that I did not. I was like, yo, I don't even want to speak on it. I don't even want to speak on it. And I said this before. I like Hayward. I want Hayward to get his. I think if Hayward give us 20 points tonight, then we doing something big. But Hayward ain't no ISO 20-point-a-night guy. Let us get you some motion, Hayward. We gonna set you up, run around the court. We'll find a mismatch for you and let you pick spots and do that. But we can't set the whole offense around Hayward. It ain't that. He nice, but he not that nice. Terry Rozier, he nice. And I want Terry to score 20, 25 points a night. I'm with it. I want them dudes to get off. I'm not saying, yo, Melo need to go shoot 30 times. No. But I just think that it's a way that these points come about. Hitting Terry in transition, catch and shoot, dominating. Hitting Gordon Hayward, them long bombs. Gordon, get out and run, and we gonna get you the ball. And he'd catch it and turn around, mid-range jumper, dominating. Gordon stopped the ball at the key, call Bismack, and go one-on-one with PG or Kawhi. That's not it. It's not it. It's not it at all. Gordon down in the post trying to, unless you got a small dude, small, that's not what we necessarily want. We need everybody in play. And I should have pulled this up, but I don't even want to get y'all frustrated as I am. I'm listening to Borrego talk, and they asked him like, yo, y'all got an empty roster spot on this squad. Like, do you think you need to fill it to get to the next level? You got an empty roster spot and you, down low y'all playing like this? If y'all don't get somebody in here right now, it baffles me too because y'all got these bigs. Carey, you got McDaniels and Richards, and y'all not even trying to develop them. You need it. You playing 72 guards, 72 small forwards, and you playing Zeller and Bismack Biyombo like you got Dwight Howard and Shaq on the squad and you don't need nobody else. That's what your rotation got to be down there. You need to be throwing new bigs at folks like it's going out of style and let them horses run. And when I say horses, I'm talking Melo, I'm talking Rozier, I'm talking even Graham. Let them run. And then let the bigs have to keep up. Gordon, I'm gonna call you a big. You a big right now. Miles, you a big. PJ, Carney, what's his name? Carey, all of them. I need all of y'all ready to run. 2 minutes at a time. Y'all in the game. Get up and down the court. We running this thing. Bismack, sit. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's. It's just it's frustrating. This is what I want to pull up for y'all, right? If we go here, we look at quarter one. In the first quarter, my dog LaMelo Ball has 2 shots, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Gordon Hayward, 4 shots, 2 assists, 2. This should never be a time where Gordon Hayward is out assisting LaMelo Ball. Should never happen. It should never happen. It should never, unless it's hockey assists. And these assists here is Gordon running things. And then one of them, I believe, was a dish off to, I think that's when it happened. When Terry Rozier's 3-pointer here was a kickoff assist to there. But starting the game, we had Gordon trying to just do way too much with the basketball.
Clippers have doubled up the Hornets here in the first frame.
We just had Gordon doing way too much with the basketball, and that was one of the worst games, man, that I seen. Man, we went live at halftime, and we pretty much, if you watch that live, that was the story of the ball game right there. It's over at that point. And then, so that's why I was kind of like, bro, we already even talked about it, but I mean, come on, man. My dog LaMelo gets his wrist injured in the second quarter. Is playing with the offhand. The announcer's like, Melo throwing dimes with the left hand. And Borrego says, oh, he seemed to have some discomfort. We looking at the second quarter, and Melo has 1 assist in the second quarter. Now, in this quarter, he started getting a bit more aggressive and trying to get his shot up, but he done played 12 minutes and took 2 shots. And now, I think that, to me, I kind of see where they think, right? You got a guy like Melo, and it seems like it doesn't matter, right? We can unleash him at any moment, and he gonna go off. We could stall him out the first 10 minutes of the game, and then we bring him in the second quarter and say, all right, Melo, do something with it. But you gotta realize that you creating a situation in which now you down. So now you got him not only trying to create, but you got him trying to claw y'all back from a deficit. I agree. I say this all the time. I believe that, it don't even matter. My dog can go get you some buckets whenever you need them. And when I say get you some buckets, I don't even mean just him score, but I mean him to get people in position to get buckets as well, right? But you can't just say, now we down by 25, now go do it. Now we down by 20. Now we don't want you to do nothing. We're going to get this deficit, and then now you're going to do it. Because you can run the offense through Gordon Hayward, but I'm telling you that you're going to find yourself in a hole. And he going to score, and he going to have a good night. He could come out, I believe tonight he had, if you look at his percentages, 40% from the field, 50 from behind the arc, decent night. But you lost by 25 plus. You can have a good night, Gordon. It's the same thing that you see up in Minnesota. Your boy Edwards can give you 40. Look at down in DC. Russ and Bill can give you 100 points in total. But you're going to lose. Yes, and if that's what you want, then go ahead. But if you're trying to win, you got to play the game to win. That's my take. That's my take. I really don't even want to talk about nothing else because the Clippers never trailed as they demolished the visiting Clippers. And from a content perspective, it would suck for Melo to have to sit out some games. But I believe that my dog needs to take 2 games off, maybe even a week. Y'all got to figure this out because this is just like life, man. Until you know who you are, Borrego, until you can trust that and understand what you actually have, you're not going to ever maximize your potential or your capabilities because you playing off of other things. You think you think that you got something more going than what you actually have. So you playing to strengths that you don't even have. And you wondering why the strengths that you think you playing to is causing y'all to lose blowouts. And yes, you could say, yo, we just play some good teams because you play some good teams. You play these Lakers, you play them Clippers, you play the Denver Nuggets, and all of that stuff. But we've seen these teams get beat before. We've seen these teams get taken out by lesser opponents. So it can happen. And for a team like the Hornets who was on a hot streak, y'all is in prime position to be one of those teams to take these dudes out. And you didn't do it because you don't know who you are. You got a whole empty roster spot. And I'm listening to Virgo say, well, we good over here, man. We gonna play with the guys we got and we got enough in that locker room. You ain't got enough in that locker room because you don't have the pieces to play the style that you wanna play. If you wanna play that style, bro, by all means, go out and figure out a way to get LeBron. Figure out a way to get Kyrie. Figure out a way to get Kevin Durant. And then you know what you can do? You can have your small forward dribble it down the court and run some offense and isolate and do all of this stuff. And you can have your point guard sit in the corner, and you can have your shooting guard go over here, and you can have your small forward do it. But if you're gonna do that, go get LeBron. Go get KD. And that's how you win with that type of offense. Go get you a super duper star. You're not finna do that with Gordon Hayward. It's not finna happen. You're not about to do that with Bismack Biyombo scoring your first 2 or 3 points of the game. It's not gonna happen. Go get Joel Embiid. You wanna throw it down to a big man and have him go to work and run your offense through him? Go get somebody like that. You go do that, Borrego, and you will draw up all of the plays you want. I'm watching LaMelo bring the ball up the court, and Borrego is calling plays for Gordon Hayward. LaMelo pitch it to Gordon Hayward, and Gordon Hayward go off for 15 seconds. And I like Gordon. But that last night was BS. Hella BS, man. It's your main man, ABD Hero. Finna get out of here. Peace.
No, not peace. +1, triple B's. We out.